Hey everybody, great to have you back here in the fish tank. It's time to have a look at the latest Minion Masters revenue data. Yes, that's right, the profit and loss has been updated, so we got the figures up to April now. Now, if you're wondering why we're talking about that, just to bring you up to speed, Minion Masters is no longer in active development, meaning there's no new cards and content like that, but we are getting monthly balance changes as driven by the community, so make sure you join the Minion Masters Discord if you want to get involved in that. And what the devs have said regarding the money is that if the game keeps paying for itself, they will continue to run it. So we've got our costs on a monthly basis, we've got our income on a monthly basis. The devs also said that if the game makes more than it costs, they will bank that revenue up and we can use that in the future when perhaps the game isn't paying for itself. So we're going to have a look at that data today and see what we can figure out, maybe how long the game's going to last for. If you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and let's dive into the spreadsheet. So here we have the spreadsheet that the devs update each month. So the crucial things really we're looking at here is our costs on a monthly basis. So our costs are going to be around $3,200, and the income here, which is fluctuating. And then really the most important thing we're going to look at is the profit that we're making each month. And of course, as mentioned just before, our bank's profit. Now, before we go any further, I just want to say that since we looked at it last month, we have had some figures confirmed that were previously unconfirmed. So yellow figures are unconfirmed. So the new figures for May are unconfirmed. But when we looked at this last month, March and April were unconfirmed. They've now been confirmed, and as part of that, they've actually increased. So the profit from March went up from 6,300 to 7,800, so quite a big increase there for March. And April went up from 1,200 to 5,200 to 5,900. So some big increases there based just on the figures being confirmed. So basically they just estimated some of the figures, and when they were confirmed it was actually much better than previous. And that may or may not happen with the May figures. We have the estimates so far, and when they're actually confirmed, whatever that process is, they may improve, they may not. So crucially, May 3,200 costs, as we've seen before, and 8,000 income. And we can see the income broken down here: Steam, Xbox and Android. So the game is still making profit, nearly $5,000 in May. And as I mentioned a couple of times already, our banked revenue is of course increasing. So we've now got $42,000 of banked revenue. So that means if the game stops making money at all, then we've still got this $42,000 worth to pay for months and months of the game. So that's good news. And I've reached out to the devs and I haven't got an answer from them yet, unfortunately, but I just want to get their idea of, did they expect the game to still be going quite so strong? And based on this, does that change what they're going to do with regards to the future of the game? So those are questions I've posed to them. Don't have any answers, but maybe will at some point. So the main takeaway here is the game is still making money. We're still banking up this revenue, but we don't know how long that's going to last for. Maybe suddenly the people will stop spending money on the game for whatever reason. We'll start having to dip into this banked revenue, and will just last for as long as that continues to be available. Or perhaps the game will continue. People will keep paying money. And that leads me on to my next thing, where I've done a little bit of forecasting, which we did before. So we have some more data to forecast what might happen in the future. So please take this with a huge grain of salt. We only have 7 months worth of data to forecast in the future. We don't know what's going to happen. This might be spot on, or this might be completely wrong in either it's much worse than what this suggests or much better than what this suggests. So if you're experienced with this sort of forecasting stuff, please step in and let me know if I've made anything incorrect here, because I've never really done anything before. But just very simply here, we just got a little forecast function that Google Sheets use. So if we extrapolate this based on this, and I did get ChatGPT to double check it, so fingers crossed it is correct, but of course it's a forecast, it's based on things we don't know what's going to happen. So this is the profit, and this is our banked profit. So monthly profit, banked profit. You can see at the moment where we are here, we've got $42,000 in the kitty. So if we extrapolate this and go down, we can see that we're still getting this profit on a monthly basis. We're building up this banked revenue. We go all the way down until we get to August 2028, which seems a crazy long way away. And I've double checked this 1,000 times. But this is what the data shows. So when we get to August of 2028, the data suggests that that's when the game is going to break even. So the monthly costs are going to equal the monthly profit, based on the forecast that we've done so far. And at that point, we'll have built up almost $150,000 in banked revenue. So remember, that banked revenue can be put back into paying for the months where the game is not making as much as it possibly needs to. And then if we continue extrapolating here, we can see that the game starts having a loss each month, and then that loss is being covered by the banked revenue, or the banked profit, and that keeps going until we get to the biggest loss it can make, which is its cost, which is minus almost $3,200. So again, assuming that keeps continuing, then the game will run out of money in May 2033. Does that seem right? No, it doesn't seem right at all, but that's what the data says. Please, if you've got any experience of this, check it. Let me know if I've done something horribly wrong. But I've checked it. I've said ChatGPT checked it. That's what it suggests. So based on this data, the data says that the game's going to continue until May 2033. I can't imagine that's going to happen, but who knows? Right, we've crunched the numbers. So hopefully that brings you up to speed. TLDR, the game is still making a profit, and it should be around for a good amount of time to come. If you've enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments, are you surprised with how it's doing? Are you not? Do you agree with the forecast? Do you not? And of course, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you stay up to date with everything Minion Masters. I'm Bad as a Fish, and this is a very awkward wave.